sparks alive and the ticks ignite. From the locker room to the main event, James and Aaron got some message to send. No holds barred, no filters here. They drop pipe bombs in your ear. With every slam, with every cheer, they bring the heat crystal clear. It's the Savage Wrestling Podcast. The bell rings loud, the legends clash. James Boyer Jr. and Aaron Baker ride through power bombs and heel turns white. Raise your horns, feel the blast. This is the Savage Wrestling Podcast. They call up fakes and praise the greats. From indie kings to Hall of Fame plates. Breaking kayfabe, truth on the track. No sugarcoat, just suplex facts. Tales from the road and rivalries burn. Championship dreams and tables turn. Feel the pop, the passion, the fire. They're the tag team that never tires. This ain't just talk, it's a war zone. You step in the ring, better hold your own. James brings the news. Aaron hits you with the truth. They body slam the toxic guy you think all night. This is the Savage Wrestling Podcast. Dropkick shootings never outclassed. James and Aaron calling it straight. Legends are born at this podcast gate. Blood, sweat, stories that last. All in the Savage Wrestling Podcast.
Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another splendid edition of the video version of the podcast. We're going to talk about All In and Saturday night's main events. I don't know how James feels about both shows, so this is going to be pretty interesting. But without further ado, James, what's
Yeah.
up, buddy?
Oh,
Hello.
all right. Let's get this
So,
with.
so even before we get started, James, I think I've officially made it on wrestling Twitter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it when we talk about it. But I was trying to find some information on, what is the severity of Seth Rollins's quote unquote injury. And I go and look, right? I go and I go and search Sean Rossap, right? Quick, easy. Come to find out, and I think I sent you the picture. You can go ahead and pull that up if you want.
Yeah.
So people that are either listening or whatever the fuck are watching, they can actually see what I'm talking about. So I look up Sean Rossap, right? And lo and behold, I can't believe this is real. And I wish I was blind. But Sean Rossap blocked me on fucking X of all places. Can you believe that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Toy boy, bitch boy energy.
I don't think.
I could not believe what the fuck
Oh, you
I
did.
was seeing. I was about to say I sent it to you on X.
I couldn't. I couldn't find it for a minute there. My
No, you're
bad.
good.
All right. There you go.
So yeah, as you guys can see, I have been blocked by Sean Rossap of Fightful. Now, I don't know if it was the calling him out for hanging out with an OnlyFans girl that looks like she's like underage, but I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. Or if it was the fact that he was trying to call out everybody for falling for his being
Burner
called out for
burner account.
the burner account Jones thing and all of
Wish
that
wish
nonsense.
wish it is actually true, but hold on. It
Well,
actually
he
has been confirmed.
what he said was that, man, some of y'all would never last on NBA Twitter, and it shows
NBA
because you
Central.
fall for a pro wrestling Centel post, and I
Um,
tweeted back at him and I said, "But Sean, I said, but NBA Centel is a thing in the NBA Twitter scene, Sap." And the only reason why I know about NBA Centel is because I also listen to like sports shows and like
phenomenal.
he's hit so many people like a lot like on like ESPN, and there's like a phrase like, "Oh brother, you've been Centelled." And it's just like one of those like parody things, but like it just goes to show like you can't even fucking try to interact with these people without them like fucking blocking you because you're busting their balls too much. I don't know if I hurt your pride or what, Sap, but Jesus Christ, this is bitch boy energy. This is sorry, what did I say? I said this is bitch made energy.
That's what I think about you, Sap.
You fucking mark!
But anyways, I thought that was funny to wake up to because I had no idea. I actually tried to enjoy All In yesterday and stayed off of Twitter all day yesterday.
I like my reply to you.
Fucking lay off the
It's
lay off the
snowing.
lay off the coke, brother.
It's
Like seriously.
snowing. It's snowing.
But anyways, we're gonna try to keep this short, sweet, and simple. We had 3 wrestling shows that happened yesterday. 2 were happening at the same time. One of which I did not watch. One of which I have not watched.
The one I watched, I did watch All In, but I watched just one match in Great American Bash was Ethan and Saints.
Okay. You confused me there. I was like, okay,
Sorry
so you
about
only
that.
watched one match of All In? I'm confused.
No,
But
I watched.
no. You
I kept falling
went and
asleep
watched
on one.
Great American Bash. Got it.
Yes, I watched
So
one.
yeah, go ahead.
Just you go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's the one show that I have not watched yet is Great American Bash, and honestly, I don't think I am because I already know everything that's happened because best friend of the show, Jonte, and I hung out yesterday pretty much all day and watched wrestling. Like I'm pretty much wrestled out. So if the WCW pay-per-view takes a couple of days to get out and going, blame it on All In and Saturday Night's Main Event and just hanging out with my buddy and watching wrestling for an entire day.
Here, can I say something about that? I think about last night. I think they were worried about Saturday Night Main Event and All In because technically I completely forgot about NXT's pay per view. But I was like, oh shit, that one fucking match I was going to see.
I did.
I watched it on the phone.
Yeah, I did. I knew that Great American Bash was taking place at the same time because I would see like a mix of reactions to Great American Bash and All In because that's how I like my algorithm. I don't like it one-sided all the time.
I thought both shows were. I'm going to get so much hate.
Why don't instead of just saying how we overall felt with the shows, why don't we just go match by match
Okay.
and just kind of talk about it that way?
Okay. All right.
Because here's the thing, if we just sit here and just talk about how we felt about the show, everybody's already going to know how we feel and they won't watch. So,
Okay.
I will say that Jonte and I did kind of quote unquote watch the 0 hour. I'm going to be honest with you. I was actually looking at his Pokemon collection on Pokemon. I think he's on Violet. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But I was mainly seeing this man's Pokemon collection, and I was pretty stoned. And I definitely remember saying, "Oh my God, this is illegal." Why do you need two shiny Rayquazas? And he goes, I don't know. Do you want one? And I was like, I don't have a game to for you to trade with me. So yeah, we were talking about Pokemon during the 0 hour, and we were. I'm definitely thinking about getting the new Pokemon game because I do like to stay kind of up to date with that. But
I
yeah, we didn't really. We were like subpar paying attention. Like I will say, the one match that we were paying attention on was I think it was the 8-man with Big Boom AJ and a hodgepodge of people, and the Don Callis family with RPG Vice. So we did watch that. We found it absolutely hilarious that Trent Beretta pushed down the fat kid that likes the chicken bakes.
the
Oh,
fuck.
Big Justice. Big Justice. That's right. Big Justice. Pushed down Big Justice. We both started fucking laughing, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, man! Big Boom AJ's gonna get the pin here." And of course, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he did get the pin. So then we were like, "All right, here we go. It's time. It's time to lock in." And let me get the card pulled up real quick.
What I was doing, I didn't watch the 0 hour. I was helping my mom with her garden until the show came on.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
Call
yeah.
me
Hell
gay,
yeah.
fuckers. I don't give a shit. I like doing garden.
Queer? This queer? That queer? All right, I got the full card. Thank you, Wikipedia. So the first match that was on the 0 hour was the Sons of Texas. Oh, I remember now. I got a rant. I got a rant. I got a classic Aaron Baker rant.
Okay.
The Sons of Texas, which was Dustin Rhodes, Marshall Von Erich, Ross Von Erich, and Sammy Guevara with Kevin Von Erich. They defeated Shane Taylor Promotions, which is Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, Charlie Bravo, and Captain Sean Dean, with Anthony Agogo and Trisha Dora at ringside. And an 8-man tag went 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And my only takeaway for this match, James, was if I'm anybody on Shane Taylor Promotions and one of the I don't know which Von Erich it was that wasn't wearing shoes, but it instantly triggered me. But if I was anybody that was getting kicked with that non-covered up sweaty ass foot, I would have no sold. I would have no sold. There is just levels of respect in wrestling, and for me, not wearing wrestling boots or wrestling shoes for that matter, or any shoes, is kind of gross because you're literally wrestling, so you're working up a sweat, right? So the last thing you want is some Joe Schmo like a speedball or a Matt Riddle to kick you square in the mouth with a sweaty ass foot. You can fuck off with all that. So that was my only takeaway from that match. Oh, and then we also saw Dusty Rhodes' grandkids, which it was actually kind of odd to see. But you could definitely tell that they are of the Rhodes bloodline because of that fucking jawline.
What's wrong with the American Dream jawline, you motherfucker?
Don't talk about my jawline like that.
Don't talk about my
Baby,
jawline. It's beautiful.
baby, don't talk about my beautiful jawline like that. So, anyways, the next match was Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration, which was Kyle O'Reilly, Hologram, which I had no idea was on a 27-0 win streak until they
That's
put
how
his
much
graphic
that's
up.
how much we pay attention.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at Johnson and I said, "Did you see that motherfucking graphic for hologram? That little fucking stat for hologram that was up top?" And he goes, "No." And I said, "He's 27-0." And he goes, "What the fuck?" And I said, "Yep."
That's how much we paid attention.
So Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration, which was Kyle O'Reilly, Hologram, and Tomohiro Ishii with Big Justice and the Rizzler. defeated the Don
Don
Callis
Callis
family,
family.
which was Hechicero, Lance Archer. This was the Don Callis B family. Hechicero, Lance Archer, Rocco Romero, and Trent Beretta via pinfall. My big takeaway, which you guys already heard, was Trent Beretta pushing Big Justice. That was actually funny. But another takeaway was how camera hoggy Kyle O'Reilly felt. Like all I wanted to see was the Rizzler do his get his shit in, right? And here's Kyle O'Reilly just mugging for the camera. It was actually kind of weird. It got very uncomfortable after a while. And then this was the next. This was something. This was something. Last match, FTR with Stokely Hathaway and the Outrunners, who came out in a what's that fucking brand?
Newport cigarettes.
Yeah, came out dressed as a Newport cigarette sponsorship. Defeated the Outrunners, Truth Magna and Turbo Floyd via pinfall. Uh, yeah, yeah. I already knew that FTR was going to win this match and where we were headed later in the show. I just didn't know how we were going to get there. And I told Jonte this. I said after this match was all said and done, I said, well, since we got like a couple of minutes to talk, I said I'm not surprised FTR won, but the top guys being on the 0 hours is really fucking stupid. So you can't really call yourself top guys. What are you the top guy of the 0 hour? Congratulations. Anyways, hit me up in my DMs, Cat Dax Harwood. I know you like to respond to haters on Twitter. But anyways, I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm just being honest. I'm not being a hater. You can't really call yourself top guys when you're main eventing the 0 hour. Okay, got it. But I already knew where we were headed with a certain a certain legendary tag team in FTR. I already knew that's where we were going to be headed, and I just didn't know where we were going to get to, and I'll get to that after a while. But yeah, and during this match, this is definitely where I was heavy looking at Jonte's like Pokemon collection, so I was half paying attention. But yeah, so that was it for the 0 hour. I think the most interesting match was definitely the second 8-man tag with Big Boom AJ, just because of seeing Big Justice get pushed down. So then we get into the 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 main card, right? So we start off the main card with the Trios Championship. It's up for grabs with the Ops, Katash, Kata, Katash, Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe take on the Death Riders, Claudio Casagnolis, the Wheeler Yutas, and the Gabe Kid. The Ops win, and I remember saying, I looked Jonte and I said, the Death Riders losing this match is setting a precedent for later in the night. I said, I guarantee it. Um, there's not really much I can say because again, we were also kind of just bullshitting. Um, I was actually genuinely surprised that the Death Riders won here, but everybody's not really talking about what happened in the match. They were talking about what happened after. And the Death Riders take out Samoa Joe. So there's that. Sore losers, if you ask me. Next was the men's casino gauntlet match for a future AEW World Championship match. I'm just going to list off the participants in order. It was MJF. Oh, sorry. Mark Briscoe, MJF, Ricochet, Bandito, Takeshita, Mystico. I'll get to him in a minute. Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowens, Roderick Strong, Brody King, Juice Robinson. We'll talk about him. Kota Ibushi, the Beast Mortos, and Max Caster. I have to say the first half of this Casino Gauntlet was very strong, and then the second half was just very weak. Like the second half participants. Um, Jesus. Let's talk about Mystico. Mystico's music was very, very loud. Louder than anyone else's. And of course, we all know the feud that he had with MJF, so they're trying to play on that. Mystico's knocked that over, so it just kind of sounded a little awkward. Sounded like a little bit of piped in noise, but again, I couldn't really tell. Wasn't really paying attention. And then we get a returning Juice Robinson, which was fucking crazy. Shaved Juice Robinson. Not really a fan of the new look, Juice, but more power to you. It's just giving me really bad CJ Parker vibes, and we all know how that ended.
I thought it was Bo Dallas for a minute there.
And then there was also more shit that happened. I forget how this happened, but all of a sudden I look up and there's the fucking guns. The gun boys are back, I was so fucking happy to see the gun boys because the Hurt Syndicate really need a challenge. So MJF wins, which everybody knew he was going to win. I mean, come on now. I would have also accepted Ricochet or Takeshita. Anybody else, I probably would have been like, that's what we're doing. So this next match, we really got to have a talk.
Can I have my thoughts on the Gauntlet match?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. If you guys want to know, I was muted. I was fixing my fucking mic stand. Sorry. But I knew MJ was going to win. It was predictable.
Very predictable.
Yep.
It just seemed like this was MJF's gauntlet match to lose.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I think AEW really needs to do a better job of explaining what these gauntlet matches are because originally I told Jonte, oh, it's like the Royal Rumble. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, it's not.
My dad was like, why are they putting pinfalls in this motherfucker?
Said Dad. And then James looked at him and he went, Dad, it's AEW. You can't ask logical questions. That'll get you. Dad, I'll have you know, that'll get you hate on Twitter. If you ask logical questions, it'll...
My dad would tell them to go kill themselves.
What did you think of the trios match?
Refresh my memory.
The Ops defeated the Death Riders. Which I thought was very surprising, but no one is really talking about that. They're really talking about
it was all right.
Aftermath.
It was all right.
The aftermath shenanigans of the Death Riders putting Samoa Joe out of action.
It was all right.
Which I think could now be a thing where we see Hook a lot more, which I'm kind of hoping for. I'm really hoping Hook can like break through this fucking ceiling that he's been put under. So this next match, we really need to talk. Really got to talk about it because this has been. So this was mentioned on the 0 hour. Adam Cole was not medically cleared, which Jonathan and I were very kind of shocked, but also not. We were like, oh my God, Adam Cole's hurt. And I literally said, is he made of glass? Are his bones brittle? So this was announced on the 0 hour that the TNT Championship is vacated, and it's now a fatal 4-way. Adam Cole comes out, very emotional here. Did not really give us any answers to the question that everybody has been asking of what type of injury this is. He just said that he needs to take care of his health a little more, which I am in full agreement with. I think he came back a little too soon after his injury. So everybody thinks that that was his retirement speech. And honestly, I would not be surprised if he comes out later and says, you know what, that was it. So I'm going to be watching Adam Cole's Twitch account very closely in the coming days. Because wrestlers like him and Kenny Omega like to say a lot of stuff on those live streams, so keep an eye on that. So, Fatal 4-Way, we had Dustin Rhodes, Daniel Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. Now, two out of the four competitors have held the TNT Championship. Dustin's just in here just because it's Dustin. And Kyle Fletcher, well, he was the rightful number one contender. I wanted Kyle Fletcher to win this match because it was his match to win to begin with, and then Adam Cole is not medically cleared, so we have a fatal 4-way for whatever fucking reason. I would have rather it just have been like Adam Cole's not medically cleared, so the title is vacant, and it'll now be former TNT champion Daniel Garcia versus number one contender Kyle Fletcher, and I would have been okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But to have, I love Dustin, but to have Dustin Rhodes win the TNT title for what reason, I'm just baffled, because I'm still asking my question, what does this do for Dustin? It could have done major things for Kyle Fletcher. Didn't really like this move. Thought the finish was stupid. It was just kind of a feel good. I did see this on Twitter, and it does kind of make a little more sense now that I think about it. They just basically just wanted to give Dustin Rhodes a feel good moment after having to see Adam Cole cry. Which, by the way, ugly crier. But anyways, you could have also had a feel good moment for Kyle Fletcher, but that's neither here nor there. What do you think?
I agree with everything you said.
All right, so the next match, this is where Jonte and I really locked the fuck in. Because we were both audibly said, okay, they have to have something after this match that is just going to be cooked. That is going to be fire. And I'm not surprised, okay, that this was the next match. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay take on the Young Bucks. If the Young Bucks win, Swerve and Ospreay would not be able to challenge for the AEW World Championship for 1 year. But if Swerve and Will Ospreay win, the Young Bucks are no longer EVPs. This was a fucking great match. Fucking great match. I don't care what anybody says. That fucking sequence that everybody is bitching about was insane. Now, again, I might be saying this because there were drugs involved, but I really liked this match. There were points in that match where I was like, oh man, the Young Bucks are gonna fucking win this, huh? But then I started thinking about it, and I said, no, the Young Bucks aren't winning this fucking match. And I was like, you can't have a main event title picture without Swerve and Will Ospreay. So there you go, Swerve and Will Ospreay win, and apparently everybody's been making a point to bring this up. Apparently on the AEW roster, they are now They now have the title of executive vice presidents.
That don't make sense. They didn't even mention about them winning the EVP title.
That's what everybody else is saying. Everybody's like, wait, what?
That was the only thing that was bothering me the whole time. I was like, wait a minute, they didn't even mention about winning the fucking thing.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Because I know you have some. I know you have some thoughts.
Quit no selling the Canadian Destroyer. PT Williams will like to tell you all to quit that shit. It was a solid match. Super kicks, I didn't care. Oh well, I said it earlier. Super kicks, that's been dead, so fuck it. The King and Destroyer, come on, quit no selling that shit.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Like seeing a Canadian destroyer now does not have the same effect as it once did, and that's
Yep.
pretty fucking sad.
That was the reason I like PT Williams, because of his finisher. And
Yeah.
I just, that was the only thing I kind of like got up and walked away. I was like, fucking really? God damn you fucks. Because I went to get a drink. That's all I did. I promise. I didn't walk away to go do something else.
Walked away and said, "Fuck this show. I'm done watching." Hope Aaron's having a good time because I'm not. Meanwhile, I was losing my shit.
But I'm still not giving the Young Bucks the flowers.
I am. They were the tag team of the 2010s. The 2020s, not so much. The 2020s have not really been kind to tag team wrestling, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Just wait till the main event. I got a reason why I'm saying that.
Okay. So the next match was the women's casino gauntlet match
Didn't
for
watch.
future AEW Women's World Championship. I did.
I
Here
went
were
to
the
help
orders
my
of the
mom.
entrance. Chris Statlander, Megan Bayne, Willow Nightingale, Ty Mello, Tekla. Apparently that's how you pronounce her name. It's not Thekla. Tekla. Whoop-de-doo. Julia Hart, Queen Aminata,
Mm-hmm.
Mina Shirakawa, Athena, Thunder Rosa. I am not going to be able to pronounce this lady, so I think it's Shuri.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
Alex Windsor. So we have some new names, two new names to the list. Shuri and Alex Windsor have no idea who they are, where they came from, as usual with AEW. Biggest surprise, I have to say, was definitely Athena pinning Mina Shirakawa because I had Mina Shirakawa winning this match. But I'm not complaining that Athena's actually getting a push.
Took
So
4 fucking years.
yeah, took her long enough. Took her long enough.
Fuck you, Tony.
Again, I'm gonna stay on this hill to the day that until the day that she shows me something. Tekla is nothing special. Hate me. I don't really give a fuck. Tekla, I literally said it. I said, wow, haven't seen that from a woman before. Oh wow, a head scissors. Not like I haven't seen that on WWE with the women's roster or anywhere else.
Is it that woman that everyone shit on you for?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I'm going in hard in the paint.
Go ahead.
Didn't show me. Listen, if she was supposed to be such a big fucking deal, she would be on Dynamite every week, not Collision.
True.
Just saying. Just saying. And if she was such a big fucking deal, she would have won this gauntlet match. Same with Megan Bayne.
Yeah. But congrats to Athena. Didn't watch the match.
Congratulations, Athena. We love Athena around here. Okay, listen, any woman that can have Lizzie Hale sing your theme song, you're okay in my book. Next match was the triple threat. It says the 3-way here, but I'm calling it a triple threat. Triple threat tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. The Hurt Syndicate taking on Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, and the Patriarchy, Christian Cage and Nick Wayne with Kip Sabian and Mama Wayne. Also to note, somewhere in the middle of all of this, Stokely Hathaway was backstage and said that FTR would be on commentary. And Jonte asked, "Why the fuck are FTR on commentary?" And right as soon as they said that, they showed the graphic, right? And I circled Christian. I said, "Pay no attention to anybody else with FTR but Christian." I said, and I was like, I don't know about Nick Wayne, but just pay attention to this fucking team right here, because Christian said that he didn't want he didn't want to team with Cope until that storyline was finished. So I think we might get Nick Wayne and Christian Cage at All Out. No, Forbidden Doors next, right? But I'm pretty sure they'll probably do this blow off at like a Dynamite or something.
Or a TV
But
special.
I asked another one of my best friends, Chris, because he watches a lot of AEW and he actually watches Collision, and I was like, "Hey man, I got a question." And this was before the match started. I was like, "Have Christian and Nick Wayne been butting heads?" And he's like, "Yeah, they have been for months." And I said, "Got it." And that's kind of when I was shocked and surprised when Nick Wayne turned, but at the same time I was not surprised. I was not really surprised. I was like, so this is how we get to the fin. This is how we get to the finish of the patriarchy. Got it. Uh, her syndicate retain. I don't think that was a shocker to anybody. Um, but as I mentioned a few seconds ago, Nick Wayne turns on Christian. Patriarchy is pretty much no more. Probably get a blow. Like I said, we'll probably get a blow off here in the next coming weeks, or at least I hope. But they're getting ready to concerto. The FTR and Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, and Mama Wayne are all in the ring. We're about to concerto Christian. You think you know me? And I have to say, I was actually kind of happy to see Cope for once. I actually marked out a little bit. I will always be an edgehead. I just think that the way that they were booking him in his like initial like first trial run, I was not really a fan. I thought it kind of tarnished his legacy a little bit. We'll see how this FTR and Christian match will go. Edge and Christian match will go, because that's where we're headed. Because Cope went to Christian, and I thought he was going to tell him to go fuck himself, but he said, "Go find yourself." Thoughts on the triple threat tag team match?
It was
Oh, by
boring.
the way, Speedball Mike Bailey, wear some fucking shoes.
I thought the match was boring.
Yeah, I wasn't really into this one. I was more interested to see, how Nick Wayne's kind of progressed, and kind of see why the fuck FTR is out here. And now it is time to talk about the AEW Women's World Championship match. Timeless Tony Storm takes on Mercedes Moné. And I've got some thoughts. So the first couple of segments into this match, it was kind of, I was like, oh boy, looks like Mercedes is gonna be put over strong here. And then something happened, James. In the middle of all this nonsense of watching these two ladies go at it, Tony Storm goes for I'm pretty sure a pile driver, but instead spreads Mercedes' legs and bites her on the pussy.
Jesus Christ. – . .
I audibly lost my shit and said, wow, that's what we're doing now? Very heavy lesbian-esque moments. Sorry, what was that thing? Hot lesbian action.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of hot lesbian action. And Tony Storm on the post-show media scrum, I saw this clip this morning, and it said, and Tony Storm, this is a quote: Mercedes, thank you for keeping all four of your lips clean. You tasted wonderful. So the finish comes. Two ladies are on the top rope. Tony Storm gives Mercedes the death kiss, hits Storm 0, 1, 2, 3, and I said, oh, wow. I'm surprised they didn't go with Mercedes here.
You know why?
Mm,
Not to get backlash.
oh, God. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying is they just don't want to get backlash from it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying I don't want to
I,
get backlash, but
no. It's just I kind of wanted Mercedes to win because the way the match was, but I was like, ah, fuck, okay.
oh, God, if Mercedes Moné would have won, JD would have crashed out.
Fuck him.
You want to say, but JJ Mercedes doesn't have creative control. Listen here, you stupid fuck. You want to sit here? Come in my chat. Come in my chat and tell me that Mercedes Moné doesn't have creative control when she just won the AEW Women's World Championship. Get him the fuck out of here. Love you, JD. Love you, JD. I'm really glad that I wanted Mercedes to win just to see JD crash out.
Yeah,
And
I do.
him and
I
Sap
did.
go fucking at it. By the way, Sap, still go fuck yourself.
I think,
What did you think of the pussy biting?
Stupid. I thought it was stupid.
So it was just so out there. You just couldn't look away.
Look away. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
So
I was basically Jim. I did the Jim Cornette. I said, what in the French fried titty fuck is she doing? And my dad goes,
she was taking
biting her in the pussy, biting her in the pussy.
But I forgot to mention this. Because I said it after Athena won the Casino Gauntlet. I need AEW to use these future world title shots, kind of like as a Money in the Bank type ordeal. Don't hot shot these matches like right off rip. Like I want Hangman and MJF to avoid each other as much as possible until like the next well, I mean, they're going to the fucking O2 Arena in fucking London, so they're gonna want to fill that show. So they're gonna hot shot these damn things, and I really wish that they wouldn't. I need AEW to have a Money in the Bank esque type thing, a feast or fired.
I thought they did with Christian with the dumbass fucking clipboard.
I completely forgot about that. That was so dumb. So dumb the way they got that off of him. Anyways, moving on. Oh, by the way, this was part 1 of 3 of the triple main event.
My thoughts on the women match. I give it a 4 stars.
That was really good. Really good. I'll give it to Mercedes. Her in-ring work she's really good in the ring. Just on the microphone, she's fucking awkward.
Please, guys, don't attack me. I'm giving you my fucking thoughts on this, okay? Leave me alone.
Attack me, Mercedes stands. I'd love to have a conversation. Next match, Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega winner take all to unify the AEW Continental Championship and the AEW International Championship into the inaugural AEW Unified Championship. Now, I discussed this on our live show. I'm not going to discuss it again. I think the unified title idea is just fucking stupid. The champions can carry around all three if they want to. There's still going to be a Continental Classic. Whatever.
Oh my god.
Okada defeated Kenny Omega. There was a lot of Don Callis interference in this match, and it was really pissing me off. It was really pissing me off. But Tony Khan made it a point now at the post-show media scrum, and Don Callis is fucking a heel for this. Tony Khan said, well, yeah, now in the AEW Unified Championship matches, there can no longer be interference because the Continental rules apply. And Don Callis goes, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what we need in this company. That's why this man is a genius. And I was like, you motherfucker, you interfered 90% of the match. But it also made me realize, with another thing that we'll talk about here later when we talk about Saturday night's main event. Saturday night's commercial main event. I got commercialed to death.
I didn't.
I did. It just went to show that like all the guys that were like super over in like from 2015 to like 2018, like the Seth Rollins, the Kenny Omegas, the people that were basically defying gravity and having these like 5-star matches and shit that we hadn't seen before. They're only getting older, and their bodies are starting to be like, hey, maybe you might need to slow this down a little bit. But anyways, we'll talk about Seth Rollins later. So keep whatever you got in your thought process and put it away for a second.
Okay. You said Seth Rollins. I was getting ready to fucking trigger off.
What did you think about this winner take all match? I mean, it had stakes, but it was just like, this isn't gonna live up to their previous matches. So, I understand why we did it. All in Texas,
Yeah.
big show.
Is not the best of their match. I always think their Japans were the best. The Japanese matches were way better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and come to find out, by the way, I wanted to make this a point. Did you know that the Tokyo Dome could only sit 55,000 people?
Yes.
I had no idea.
What you thought was like 80-some thousand people?
Yeah, because you always hear about the allure of the Tokyo Dome, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a wrestling mecca kind of spot.
Well,
And I only say that because a lot of the classic arenas and stuff like the Sportatorium or the Georgia Dome, those no longer exist.
Capacity on this says to up to 42,000 to 55,000. That's just the events. For baseball's 45,600. It looks massive.
Yeah, it does look massive. So that's why I was like, because Jonte asked the question, I was like, where can AEW go next? And I was like, there's only one place to go next. And he goes, where? And I was like, the Tokyo Dome. And he goes, have they not ran a show there? And I was like, I don't think so.
No.
It's the only other big arena that I can think of that they have not like tried to tackle. Oh, by the way, where's All Out taking place? I know it takes place in Canada. If you can look that up for me.
What is it?
Actually, you know what? I can look it up right now.
All Out 2025. It'll be in Toronto, Canada, September 20th.
And where does Will live?
Manitoba. I don't know. We might have to ask him.
Damn. Anyways,
It'll be at the Scotia Bank Arena.
okay, but the next big show that we are having is Forbidden Duel
Oh boy.
at the O2 Arena in London. So let's see here. Eep. That's not a big venue.
The O2 Arena is not that big.
20,000.
Yep. But it's a good enough show for them.
Yep. Just got to see what they put together first.
Kind of like how they set it up for last night's show. I'm trying to find that fucking event that had 130,000 people in it.
Holy fuck, that's a lot.
No, actually, here it is. The biggest event ever was Collision in Korea. It was in North Korea Mayday Stadium. 165,000 people.
That's right. Yeah. Eric Bischoff. Maybe Eric Bischoff wasn't so bad after all, folks.
This is it's the May Stadium. The capacity is 114,000 people at North Korea.
That's crazy.
That is fucking
That
crazy.
is so fucking crazy.
165,000. Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. They did a two-day event, April 28th and April 29th of 95. The first day was April 28th, 150,000 people. Then the next day is 165,000 people.
Damn.
That is fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
Holy shit. But my thoughts on this, the Omega Okada match, it's not. They're both older.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of into this match. Then I realized, God damn, these fuckers are just breaking down on us. Because I could tell Omega was just
Omega was hurting for certain, dude.
Yeah, I could tell he's getting ready to retire here soon. I could tell by the way he
sad fucking day.
Yeah, it's not as bad. That's not their best match.
No.
All right,
not in the slightest.
Yeah. Sorry, Kenny Omega. I'm a huge fan of you.
For real.
You could have won this match, but I just don't understand why Tony's so affectionate on fucking Okada.
I don't know either, and I've tried to ask my best friend Chris, like, what's the hype behind Okada? Because I'm just not seeing it, if I'm being honest with you.
All I see is a very lazy wrestler, not like he was in New Japan.
He just doesn't look like he has that fire that he did in New Japan. I don't know if it's just like what Tony has him doing, and he's just not all for it, or what the fuck is happening. But he needs to really step it up. Or
I'm gonna trigger some people. What's in his contract? What's in the contract on why he's booked like this?
Not creative control.
I hope no. I'm talking about like the Kevin Nash deal.
Oh, where he wants to just show up when he wants.
Yeah.
You leave Kevin Nash alone. Trying to get Kevin on the show, damn it.
I love you, Kevin.
we love you, Big Kev.
All right. Just joking. Right. Just joking.
Enough bullshitting. Enough of the jokes. Let's get down to brass tacks. The real reason why everybody bought this pay-per-view or didn't.
We kind of legally streamed it. My dad wasn't going to waste $50 on a fucking wrestling show, so he legally streamed it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Listen, as wrestling fans in this fucking in this U.S. economy, I think we should start making fucking
$30.
Not even that, but just doing these fucking watch parties.
Here before we get to it? Here, how about this? They're streaming now on Prime, right? How about this?
Yeah, and let me tell you, Amazon live streams, bro. No buffering, none. Jonte did not have a single issue But when we went to go watch Peacock and watch Saturday night's main event, buffering.
I think the difference between Peacock and Amazon, I think Peacock,
The person
what
who owns it.
that too, but I think the way they have their setup, I don't think they have a setup where everyone at once watches it and it won't buffer like Netflix and all them. I think they need to really fix up their streaming, like their streaming things.
I never have buffering issues on Netflix.
Yeah, I think
when I'm able to watch Monday Night Raw, which is few and far between these days.
Yeah, but for if they're going to stream on Prime, how about this? How about this, Amazon? If let's just say if we want an AEW program, how about we add it onto a Prime subscription, or give us a fucking?
Hold on. This is what they were doing though. If you bought the pay-per-view, you get a $10 rebate. So if you think about it, you buy 5 or 6 of them fuckers. The next one you buy, free. If they keep doing that kind of promotion, of course.
I was just making easy.
I hear what you're saying. Include it in the subscription model, but also if you do that, you have to increase the price of Prime, and nobody likes price increases.
It's not going to be a big deal. Just how much is for a Prime? $16.
My thing is I thought that with AEW being put on Max, that we were supposed to be getting pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But yet, instead of us asking those kind of questions, we're too busy being a fucking dick rider and going like, "Oh, does Mercedes Moné have creative control or not?"
See, me and Aaron just sitting back here like, when they're going to stream it on Max?
Yeah, because my thing is why the fuck am I paying for Max and Prime when I could just be paying for one of them and have everything AEW right at my fingertips?
Max,
it just makes absolutely no sense business wise. And I know Max has the capacity to do live stream because they live stream NBA all season.
I don't get it.
And they also live stream like other sports that I don't give a fuck about.
Hockey, baseball, they streamed it all. Why can't you? Do they stream NFL?
They even stream the Mecum auto auction. No, they do not. You have to have
Peacock, Amazon, and all that shit for
NFL. If you want to get the CBS exclusive games, Paramount is the way to go.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Fox has a streaming service, so you're kind of SOL on the Fox games.
I think you can. I think you can on Fox. I think you have to be subscribed to Fox to watch live events.
Or you could just pay up the ass like my supervisor does and add Hulu plus live TV.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but
Hulu's not bad.
Enough with the bullshit. The real reason why everybody bought this pay-per-view. The main events. Texas Death Match. Hangman Adam Page, Jon Moxley, AEW World Title. And what did I say, James, on our live show, specifically about 2 of the matches on this card? I said for Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné, and Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley, that both of these matches, based on the winners, hold the fate of AEW in the palm of their hands. And I have to say, Tony, if you're watching or if you hear this, you did an excellent job. Excellent job with this fucking main event. I don't know if he just let John and Hangman just fucking tell the story that they wanted to tell, but my fucking lord. I'm going to tell you, the last 15 minutes of that match had my emotions in a fucking twist.
God damn it.
It was It was like, oh my God, Hangman's going to do it. Oh, what the fuck? What the goddamn fuckity fuck? We're literally going to have John Moxley fucking retain. I said that in 2 instances, and I'll get to those in a minute. But damn, James, I can't believe it. Tony Khan pulled the trigger and said, Hangman, you're gonna win the AEW World Championship, and you're gonna take it out of that godforsaken briefcase. Hangman Page finishes his redemption story and wins the AEW World Championship over John Moxley in a phenomenal main event. The interference meant something. The Young Bucks, oh, we did it for you, Hangman, was bullshit. The Young Bucks only did it for themselves. Will Ospreay, oh, that was another thing that I thought was cool. I forgot to mention this. In the Will Ospreay and Swerve taking on the Young Bucks. The Swerve taken all those fucking shots from the Bucks, so Ospreay didn't have to. That's main character type shit. I was like, nah, bro, I got your back. And he did it again in the main event. Gave Hangman the chain that eventually choked John Moxley, forced him to tap. But I have to say, the interference actually meant something. So I know. Everybody's going to call me a hypocrite. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to do interference when it's telling a story. It's not okay to do interference just for the sake of interference. You feel me? You understand the difference between the two? Interference for the sake of just interfering and furthering something. It just doesn't fly with me. But interference that is telling a story in the middle of a match with the Young Bucks trying to fuck Hangman. Will Ospreay comes out and he fucking, dude. That was probably the one moment where I was the most uncomfortable is when Claudio jumped on the chair and took Ospreay out. That was uncomfortable as fuck. But the one moment where I was like, oh my fucking God, are they really going to have John Moxley retain? Was when Marina Shafir picked him up so he could beat the 10 count. And I said, what the fuck are we doing? And then, all the shenanigans that would follow, that would lead to Hangman finally winning the AEW World Championship. And we finally got to see the belt for the first time since October, bro. By the way, the bed of nails, that was wild. Fucking wild. Your thoughts?
Flat finish.
What?
I could.
No way. No way. You're capping right now. Flat finish. That was flat to you? So what was the bloodline interference at WrestleMania 40? Flat too?
Kind of.
Okay. I knew as soon as you said that we weren't going to agree on something. I had a feeling it was going to be something to do with this.
Choking a guy, I could have just. What I would have done.
James, what else are you supposed to do to a man that has literally taken every shot that you've given him? You have to take drastic measures. Do I think that it was a little much? Yeah, a little bit. It looked like Moxley was losing oxygen, and he was losing it fast.
Where the bed of nails was, I could have had him laid on it. And he could have done something where he's on that bed of nails. We'll just say on the back, right? On his back. He's getting ready to swing a chair or something at him, and right there he pusses out. I quit. I could have done that. Make it look like a pussy and leave.
Yeah, but then I would have called that a flat finishing. Like, wow, on a bed of nails, John, a bed of nails. You've taken everything else. You
You
got
know I'm
stabbed
trying.
with a fork, but a bed of nails you can't handle.
You know what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah,
make
I
it
understand.
like take it to the extreme. Like he'd be like, oh no, I'm good. Kind of like how Christian kind of quit that one match with Edge, where he was gonna get hit in the nuts with a fucking what's that
Oh
thing?
yeah, yeah.
That kind of thing. I seen that fucking spot so many fucking times back in the fucking 80s and 90s and shit.
Choking somebody out with a chain.
Oh yeah. There was a bunch of that shit when my dad watched.
Hmm.
I couldn't remember what my dad said. He goes, "Oh, they're doing the fucking one spot back in the 80s." I can't remember what match he said. I think it was a Ric Flair match. I couldn't remember.
Nice try, bot. I haven't fucking searched on Phrase Pavilion for tickets. Suck my dick.
And to me, when I saw that spot, I blame Moxley because the way he
Yeah,
was
because
selling it.
usually when you go to choke somebody, I have noticed that wrestlers kind of put like a
Their
couple of
hand,
fingers under,
yeah.
a couple of fingers underneath it to stop it from actually choking. Nah, John fucking took that shit. He said, nah. He was like, so Hangman, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, Tony, you listening? Hangman's gonna choke me out with the chain. Okay,
But the
that
the
sounds
funny,
good.
but
No,
the
he's
fun.
literally going to choke me with the chain.
I'm watching the spot real quick. Well, oh, hold on. Let me see it real quick. Well, he's legit sitting on the apron.
Well, yeah, but still, the moment. Here's the
Damn, he
thing,
lost a lot of
James.
blood. I
Here's
realized
the
that.
thing. Here's the thing.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see
Hangman
where
at
he
that
choked.
point, yeah, Hangman at that point had given him everything. The interference was said and done. What more could you do other than to fucking choke him and make him tap? He's called the Hangman for a reason. But I do understand what you're saying. You have your thoughts. I've got mine.
I'd rather beat the
One
motherfucker
was
up.
one of the better fucking stories that AEW has told in months, maybe even a year. This gave me so much old AEW vibes of where they actually gave a fuck. For once,
But
I thought
all
that this was a. I apologize. Go ahead.
all I can say is, since they took the bell off Moxley, I want to see the ratings go up because they're going to give the ball to Hangman, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. If they're going fuck, they're giving the ball to him. I want to
Uh-huh.
see. I don't want to see no more 600. I want to see at least you fuckers hit 800 because I kind of want to see Hangman run this
On
run
a
better.
let me add a caveat to that. I want to see
Yeah,
the ratings go up on a consistent basis, not
there we go.
oh fuck this next week's Dynamite did 800,000 and the next week it's back to 600.
600, 500, whatever.
Yeah.
Because you guys remember Hangman's first title run was not that good because they just gave them the belt after who did he beat? Kenny the first time, or I might be mistaken. It's been a while since I got.
Hangman?
Yeah, well, who did he beat the first time for the belt? Was it Omega or Jericho?
It wasn't Jericho because
It
Jericho
wasn't
beat him.
Jericho. Was it Omega when he was a heel?
Hold on. I'm trying to search it. Oh yeah. He defeated Kenny Omega at Full Gear 2021.
Damn it, been that long. Okay.
Yeah,
And
4 years.
His first run was not that good because he was such a squeaky baby face and all that. I liked his attitude with Hangman. Let's keep it that way. But I want to see Hangman MJF, like you said, but no contact, no nothing, blah blah blah. Let's get them to for did they say Forbidden Doors for the title match?
Bro. No, it just had a future world title match.
A feature of what the fuck?
Bro, I need this feud to feel like Taz and Sabu without the year-long build, of course. Like, don't have them touch until at least the next
Couple of
pay-per-view
pay-per-views.
at Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door, okay. But another thing,
But here's my final thoughts. The build and the hard work to get to All In Texas is finished. Now the real hard work begins. Can you keep up the momentum?
I have the Aku feeling it's not.
I mean,
But
there's not much me and James can do. We're only two people that live in Ohio. Two people can't make a difference. And here's the problem. The problem is that AEW has gotten such a bad rap that fucking WWE fans just wish that they didn't exist. And they won't watch. They only watch WWE, no matter how fucking terrible it is.
it's not only that, I can name a few things what AEW fucked up. The show the footage.
Yeah, that caused me not to watch for an entire year was showing that footage. That caused me not to watch 2024 at all.
Glenn and Chris Jericho have creative control. What else?
I am the learning tree.
What else? What else was that? Follow John Moxley's title run. God damn it, am I missing something? I was gonna say,
are we talking about in their entire history, or like
no? They're
recently?
just the reason they have this downfall.
The fact that they signed Mercedes Moné and Ricochet, and they had been nothing but shitty toward the fan base.
Oh,
I think they've learned now that the people that are going to support them are always going to support them, and that they're always going to have haters. But yeah.
And another thing too, I've been seeing on Twitter is all these toxic AEW fans. Fuck PG Pepsi Punk.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot, bro. A lot.
And that's another downfall too, is let him go.
Yeah, look at you, WWE rerun. Look, this Punk is crying somewhere tweet 14 hours ago.
Dude, he's making more money than he ever made in AEW right now. Oh, fuck Pepsi Punk. And everyone I've been seeing, even AEW fans, are saying, what does he have to do with this fucking storyline? He has nothing to do with this. He's happy where he's at. Let him be.
I love Barstool Sports. Oh, I didn't realize that happened. Britt Baker posted on our Instagram story a heartbreak emoji for Adam Cole.
I didn't say nothing about Adam Cole, didn't I?
Hmm?
I don't think I said something about Adam Cole.
You did not.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to get so much hate. You need to beef up. Get.
I just think he's made of glass at this point. He's been injured more than Bryan Danielson has. It seems like his AEW run was snake bitten. Like I wanted NXT Adam Cole so bad, and I think that time has just passed us by. Should have enjoyed it while we had it.
And all I can say is,
thanks, Vince.
Adam Cole fumbled himself from all these injuries.
He did. It's also the time it takes to rehab these injuries, and get back into ring shape because he's not working. He's not able to work out.
Coming from a guy that jumped off 5 foot and broke his ankle.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Made of glass.
But it was nice seeing Brett Baker says something about it.
Yeah, shout out. All right, I'm done talking about AEW All In. Let's talk about Saturday night's main event and fucking Bill Goldberg's final ride.
I want to talk about that. It's Seth Rollins. I'm ready.
All right,